Hello there! In the next few minutes, I'll show you how to refine and reinforce your debt collection strategy, introducing GCollection, the latest from GiniMachine. It's designed to solve big problems for bank and non-bank lenders and collection agencies. Let's dive into some examples. Is your collection department underperforming? It might be time for an audit. Lacking proper segmentation in your debt portfolio? This can negatively affect your strategies, efficiency, and collection cycle time. Having difficulty engaging with debtors or borrowers? This could impact your repayment rates, future return on investments, and loan portfolio growth. If you're a debt buyer, assessing a collection portfolio before making the purchase can be a hurdle. And let's not forget the ultimate challenge for any collection department: forecasting payment delinquency and optimizing collection efforts to cut down operational costs. With GCollection intuitive no-code interface, you don't have to be a tech wizard to get started. Simply register your account and harness the power of supervised machine learning to elevate your collection activities. Once you are in, you'll find two key buttons on the main dashboard to kickstart a journey. Build your predictive collection model. This is where you can create a customized model tailored to your needs. Start your collection scoring. Use this to begin evaluating and scoring your debtors' accounts. Accessing this dashboard is a breeze. Just click on the GCollection logo or hit the Build to Start Scoring button, and you're right back in the action. Next, let's walk through the streamlined process of using GCollection, which can be completed in just 6 easy steps. Collect and prepare historical data. Gather all the relevant information you'll need. Build your model. Create a predictive collection model tailored to your specific requirements. Evaluate your model. Assess the effectiveness and accuracy of your collection model. Start collection scoring. Begin the process of scoring your debtors and building your collection strategy. Monitor your model. Keep an eye on performance metrics and timely make adjustments. Update your model. Refine your model to ensure it stays up to date. You can find a detailed explanation for each step in our How to Use manual. It's in the footer of the product interface, right alongside the API documentation. Now let's delve into the crucial first step: data preparation. In my sample data, you'll find information on my debtors, who owes me money, collection activity history, what actions have been taken to collect from these debtors, and the target column paid. This indicates the status of each debtor. For more tips on preparing your historical data, check out our tutorial linked in the video description. Remember, the paid column serves as a guide for GiniMachine. It tells the system whether a debtor is good, labeled as 1, or bad, labeled as 0. Your labeling strategy will depend on the type of collection predictions you are aiming for. For example, in my data sample, they are good for my business. On the other hand, those who didn't repay at all are bad debtors, marked as 0. You can apply the same logic for various modeling scenarios, like predicting the delinquency status of a contract. Those who historically delayed payments will be 0s, while those who paid on time will be 1s in your paid column. Alright, our data is prepped and ready to go. Now let's move on to building the model. First, we need to upload our data. Let's do this together, getting back to our user interface, switching to the main dashboard, and uploading our data. The system will take just a couple of seconds to build our predictive collection model. As you see, the platform kicks off an automated training test process. The beauty of this is its randomness, which helps to eliminate sample biases. This ensures that every segment of your sample has an equal shot at being selected. So, the model is ready. By default, the data splits taken for training test process are either 70-30 or 90-10, also known as rebuilds. The first number represents the training set, and the second number indicates the volume of data randomly selected for validation. Feel free to click on different splits, rebuilds, to adjust the size of your training test sets. thereby influencing the quality of your model's training or validation. The best part? There is no need to manually evaluate your model, saving you hours or even days. You'll receive built-in model KPIs in mass seconds. For a detailed guide on how to evaluate your model before deploying it, check out our video tutorial, link below. Great news! My model is ready for commercial use. With a Gini index above 0.55 and strong performance indicators, it's all set to make an impact. Besides the Gini index, here are 3 other indicators to consider. Let's open model details. Rockout curve. It assesses the predictive capability of our model by comparing the true positive rate to false positive rate. This shows how well the model can differentiate between defaulting and non-defaulting borrowers. K-score. It measures the difference in score distributions between the good and bad classes. It provides a visual representation to understand how these 2 score distributions for the good and bad classes vary. NPL Rate. It's an essential metric for portfolio evaluation. The non-performing assets rate gives us insight into the health of a debt portfolio. A lower NPL rate indicates a healthier portfolio, while a higher rate might signal potential risks. Now let's turn our attention to tackling your business challenges head-on. First up, examine your portfolio NPL level. That's your non-performing assets. A high NPL rate signals late sufficient collections. But don't worry, with our Attribute Importance feature, you can audit your collection department and spot low performance in a timely manner. Dive into your data insights. Uncover patterns and dependencies within your debt portfolio. This will help you to gauge the effectiveness of your current collection strategies. For instance, the last repayment received, here's our attribute, can be a telltale sign. If you notice a surge in unpaid debts in certain categories, aging buckets and the percentage of unpaid debts, it might be time to rescind your approach. Maybe it's time to pick up the phone instead of sending out emails to some debtors from different aging buckets. Next, let's discuss portfolio segmentation. While there is no universal formula, I can offer some guidance. Your collection strategy should be tailored to meet your specific business objectives. Say, for example, you want to shorten your collection cycle. In that case, segment your debtors based on their days past due rate. In our historical data set, it's called DPD. A higher rate means a much longer collection cycle, requiring a different approach. Consider implementing swift and precise collection strategy for these segments. You can even create specialized collection models for different debtors group. When you run your scoring, you will instantly receive a customized strategy for that specific segment. Now, you might be wondering, how do I identify the most effective collection channels for each debtor segment? That's where GiniMachine's collection scoring comes into play. You can access collection scoring either through the user interface or via API. Let's break down your 2 main options in collection. Option number 1. Predict repayment volume. Upload a new list of debtors and hit the next button. Let's do this together. We upload our new debts to score. Push next button. Those marked with a payback status are your most likely payers. Target them accordingly. The system will take just a couple of seconds to provide the full overview for this scoring operation. How many of these debts were marked up as payback or doesn't pay back? We have 1. So, this scoring method is also invaluable for debt buyers. Want to evaluate the ROI of a potential debt portfolio before making a purchase? Simply build your predictive model, then, using this method, score the new debtors list and assess the volume of potential repayments. If the numbers look good, go ahead with the purchase. If not, consider negotiating discount to mitigate your collection risks. Option number 2. Tailored collection strategies. For this purpose, in order to utilize that method, we will get back to our model again and upload our set with new debts to score one more time. With this scoring option, we will also select the column representing the collection methods you can influence. For example, in my case, when doing my collection, I'm utilizing emails and phone calls. At this stage, display all possible collection combinations. For getting these combinations, just push the next button. System takes just a couple of seconds to process all the combinations for every debt record. Here it is, we have the results. System has displayed all possible collection combinations. If none yield any repayments, it's time to explore alternative channels. And if a debtor responds to multiple methods, prioritize to cut down on operational costs. For example, if repayments are likely both through mailing and SMS, but SMS alone does the trick, then skip the mailing. You will still get your repayments but in less time. How it works with our data set on the screen. So, some debtors have received doesn't pay back. It means that for them, perhaps it's high time to utilize some other collection strategies and outreaching channels, not phone calls and emails, but something else. However, still we have some debtors who are okay to pay back once we outreach them using some strategies. For example, for this client, for this debtor, if we outreach him when using email and phone calling, right? True and true for both strategies, with a high probability we will get our payback. Unfortunately, all the rest collection strategies won't work at all for this particular debtor. If for this particular record we receive the information that another strategy will work, in this case, just select which of the strategies, strategy number 1 or strategy number 2, will work better, saving you operational costs. Bias-free scoring. To ensure unbiased scoring, delve into the scoring interpretation. For this purpose, click on a record in the table and you'll see the numbers next to each attribute. We see them here. These numbers indicate the impact, either negative, colored in red, or positive, colored in blue, on the final score. That's all regarding the collection scoring. Also, we are soon launching a model monitoring feature that will empower you to keep your collection models in peak condition. This feature will alert you when performance metrics indicate a downward trend for updating your models accordingly. Keep an eye on our blog to be the first to know about this on other collection updates of GCollection. Thanks for watching the demo. Have a super genius day ahead!